dark. I don't know. I don't know why it's so dark.
Uh-huh.
But you know what? Let me get closer to the light. That might help.
Go towards the light,
Well,
Carrie.
towards the light. Lord knows I need all the help I can get with this face today. I don't know. Maybe I don't want to go more into the light. I ain't got no makeup on. But anyways, he heard the prices and he's like, I'm like, dude, like, do you think you get to start a business for free?
I know so many people don't get that. Like it takes money to make money.
Like,
And it takes a lot of time. Like, you know what I mean? Sometimes you don't make a profit for a few years, you know?
right. And I was telling him, I said, hey, if we do this after so many rentals, like I think it was after ten times you rent it, then you made your money back. You're even.
Oh, wow, that's not bad.
No, so I think after 10, you're making a profit.
Yeah.
So,
What
but
businesses did you
but as I'm
Oh, yeah.
crunching these, numbers, the news is on and it's talking about like the economy struggles and the crash and I'm thinking, are people going to have parties? Are people going to? But maybe they would do more home parties and maybe they would be more rentals. I don't
Oh,
know.
maybe. Oh, rentals. You were talking about that's right, the
Yeah,
chairs and
yeah,
tables.
yeah. So I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. We're just crunching. My dog is breathing funny next to me.
Aw.
I don't know. But how's your week been?
Oh, I don't think anything like exciting. I was trying to think about that. I was just like, nothing really exciting, which is fine. Like, I'm not mad at that because we all know how much stress and stuff I've been through in the last 3.5 years. So I'm fine with a boring weekend or a boring week. I mean, I'm kind of, I don't know. Like, I think I was talking to George about this. I don't know if I really need a hobby. I think that I get in that phase where, oh, there's something there. Anyways, I think I get in that phase where I'm like, oh, George is doing this and this for his hobbies, getting back into his photography again, and
Oh,
super beautiful camera he has. Anyways, and taking great pictures. The cats are usually his thing in the house. Like, so he'll go out and about, but when he's in the house, he takes these great pictures of the cats. I know it's kind of silly, but it's nice because now I have something to post. Anyways, and then my girlfriend in Maricopa, she is doing, she's making soap. She just wanted to like do soap making. She had looked into it, watched a bunch of videos, and she's like, this looks fun, like the process of it and da da da. And she's like, I can make for Christmas gifts or whatever, just to have something,
right.
you know. And I was like, wait, do I need to do that? And so I started thinking this last week, I was like, I don't do anything like ever. But I'm okay with that because I
Okay.
don't really I like my downtime. I like not being around people. Actually, I truly, truly like not being around people.
You like
I
the
mean, I
simplicity.
love
You like
that.
simplicity, no mess. You like, yeah.
Yeah. So I was talking to George, I was like, do you think or no, I wasn't asking, but I was like, I feel like just because everybody else is doing it, like, oh, I'm supposed to do it. Then I'm like, but I'm not, I, I don't really care.
Well, you made lipsticks. Remember that? You made lipstick?
Oh, I do. Yeah, that's right. I made some lipstick and some lip balm. And so that was fun. That was fun. And that was, and I have been looking. It was funny when my friend talked about the soap making because I'm like, oh my gosh, I've wanted to do that. I've wanted to work with acrylic. So because it's kind of a
Yeah.
similar process, obviously not the same thing,
Right,
but
right, right.
just with the molds and all that stuff, I'm like, oh my God, I could so get into this.
Mold.
Mold.
Oh,
Full circle. It's how we met.
that's too funny.
It is funny. Oh my
Well,
gosh.
well, I think you should sit on it and think about it. And then
Yeah.
I think you should. It might help your mind wander
Yeah.
and distress in some ways and tap into other parts of your brain. And
Yeah. That's what I was thinking. Because I told him, I was like, man, if let's say I stop doing this show with you. I was like, okay, then I don't have that. What if I stop doing my business altogether? Obviously, I will help you. But I just meant
Yeah.
there is my other client that's very rare, like probably 4 times a year I have to do something for them. Not a big deal, right? And that's
Right.
my old company I used to work for. It's
Uh-huh.
them. And when I get an email or they ask a question about the tracker thing that I did, I'm like, I don't know how to get. I know this is terrible, and I'm not
Mhm.
asking to like, "Hey, how would I get rid of this client?" Um, but I kinda wanna stop that. I just don't know how to approach that conversation because I'm so ready to be done with
Yeah.
this stuff. It was great, but I don't like, for instance, I don't know how you do it. Like, I really don't. I don't think I don't think I'm wired to do both things, to work full time, to make the money so I can run a business. I don't wanna do that. I wanna do one or the other. You know what I mean?
I
I'm just
do.
like, I just it's not that my job is fulfilling because it is so not fulfilling. Like, my job could not be any less fulfilling, right? Let's be honest, nobody dreams of being an admin. Oh my God, this is my dream job. And so the company is wonderful, but my position is like, whatever. But I love the people, all that stuff. So there's a lot of good, right?
Yeah, yeah,
I'm staying there, but I just meant it's not fulfilling. My
yeah.
business was very fulfilling, but it was stressful because I never knew when my next when I was going to get paid,
Yeah.
when if I was going to get enough business, and that was stressful. So I'm just like, ugh, I don't want to do anything that's stressful anymore. I'm done.
So you can't have children.
Yes.
You, yeah, it's, it's,
Gary.
there's a lot of things you can't do.
Yeah. Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, it's,
Like abandon them and leave them on the side of the
yeah,
road. Yeah.
I don't even know like where to go with that.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like Betsy's great, right? But she's kind of self-sabotaging herself right now. I think she's really scared about being a senior.
Oh, yeah. Like,
She's
what am I
not
gonna
doing
do?
right. She's not doing well at golf. And I'm like, this is a critical year. This is when people are going to look at you to see if they can give you scholarships. So like she's kind of choking a little bit.
Oh,
And then not doing schoolwork. And like teachers are like, and then if she doesn't do her schoolwork, she can't golf, right?
oh no.
So her grade, she went from A's to like F's. We're like, oh, sister girl, right? But her grades are back, so that's good. Um,
There's no guy in there messing with her life? Okay, good.
no, she has a couple that she thinks are cute, but Betsy would never come out of her
Okay.
lane and go say hi. Oh, no, that is not in her.
No, that's fine.
Right? I've suggested to her, like, well, just say hi. Mm. But I'm
Yeah,
like, okay, that's good. Let's just get through your senior year. Let's
yeah,
just,
yeah, yeah. And college.
yeah, yeah, yeah. No boys. You don't need boys.
No
Boys are
boys.
way.
Boys are done.
Yeah. King is just King. But like when he gets mad now, like the 3-year-olds have tantrums, right? But what he does now when he acts out is he mimics what his older brother does. So yesterday he was kicking and punching me really bad. I'm like, dude, like I'm not doing this. Like I'm a girl, I ain't gonna do this with another kid. Like we ain't gonna go through this. But so it's getting scary to me. So I'm enjoying King as much as I can because I'm seeing that rewiring of that drug brain. I'm seeing it. And I'm thinking, oh my gosh, this beautiful, fun little kid I have could be that who I have in a year or two from now.
Oh my God.
Yeah, it's getting really bad with King. And I'm just like, oh my gosh. So people, please don't do drugs when you're pregnant with babies. Please don't do that.
Please don't do dumb things.
The
Think of
after effects
others
from
for
these
a change.
children are just, yeah. And then we got Chris.
Hmm.
Girl,
That's a whole thing right there.
that is a whole forget. Oh my gosh, girl. Okay, so every Thursday I do therapy with Chris, right?
He's still not back home, right?
No, he's still not back home.
Okay. Okay.
So I did therapy with him last Thursday. So not yesterday, but I did therapy with him last night, but the Thursday before that. This boy's nails were really long. He's got the best nails, right? But he can't have nails because like all my cuts and wounds I have on me are from him, right? So while we're in the therapy session last Thursday, In the session, I got my phone out and I texted the group home. I'm like, "You got to cut this kid's nails. They are. I always remind you guys, you got to keep his nails cut because he uses these as weapons." And so they gave me a thumb up. Okay, whatever. So at that therapy session, Chris acted out as normal, right? Runs away. But that session, he was like, letting me know, hey, school pictures are on Monday. I'm like, okay. And his hair was a mess because group homes don't take care of your kids, right? And he isn't like almost an hour away from us. So I was like, okay, fine. So I'll come back out on Sunday. We'll take you to get your haircut. So you look good for your pictures on Monday. Sunday morning, I text the group home. I'm like, hey, I'm going to be coming out. What time is he available today? Oh, yeah, we got to talk. So Chris had gotten in a fight Saturday night with a boy at the group home. And the guy said, yeah, Chris scratched him up. Chris got the better of him and beat this kid up pretty bad. So bad he had to go to the emergency room.
Oh my gosh. You're just now being told this?
That
Oh,
was
that
on
was the night
Sunday.
before.
Sunday,
Okay.
as I'm getting ready to head out there, right?
Okay.
And he tore up the kid pretty bad. The kid had to go to the emergency room. And Chris got the better of him, scratched him up really bad. And I heard the word scratched. And they said they won't call me because I call them out on their BS, right? They only call Sergio, but Sergio had it on speakerphone. And I'm like, he whipped around. I said, scratched him up. How did Chris scratch him up? They should have cut his nails on Thursday. I said, did they cut his nails? Did they cut his nails? I was screaming, did they cut his nails? I was so mad. And so Sergio's like, oh, hey, Mike, did you guys cut Chris's nails? Oh, yeah. Yeah. We got those cut. I said, Sergio, there's no way he could have scratched this kid up if he didn't have his nails. So here comes Sunday afternoon, right? Betsy goes with me. We pick up Chris. I couldn't even look at him. I was so disappointed with this kid. So we take him, we get his hair cut. I'm saying minimal because I want to go off on this young man, and because I know he'll run away.
Yeah.
And I'm out in El Mirage. I don't like El Mirage. I don't want to. I don't care for that town.
Yeah.
So that's where he's at. I don't know this place. I don't want him to run away with me, right? So then I wait till we're pulling into the subdivision. And I say, hey, Chris, what? Oh, my gosh, dude, you got a scratch on your face. Where'd that come from? And he goes, what? I got a scratch. What? I don't see it. It's not what I asked you, my son. Son, I asked you, why do you have a scratch on your face? Like I said, I don't see it. I ain't got one. I ain't seen it. I'm literally just gripping my steering wheel going, Chris, I didn't ask you if you saw the scratch on your face. I'm asking you, where did it come from? I don't know. I don't see it, so I ain't got one. Well, it don't work that way. You got a scratch on your face, my friend. Where'd you get that scratch? And then he's like, well, this kid at the group home hit me with a stick because we got in a fight. I'm like, oh, what'd you get a fight over? And then we were talking this for a few minutes. And I said, well, how do you feel about yourself? Like, do you feel real proud of yourself for beating this kid up? So he jumps out of the car before I even have the car parked because he doesn't want to deal with it. He don't want to deal with accountability, right? So he runs into the group home. And so I look at Betsy. I'm like, well, do we finish this in the group home? Like, what do we do? And she's like, oh, this is good. Yeah, let's go. I want to see this. So she puts herself away. We go inside the group home. Long story short, the other kids, the kid that Chris assaulted came down. Myself and Betsy were crying. Like, we teared up. It looked like this boy had a bear attack.
Oh my God.
Across his forehead, under his eyes, over his eyes, his cheeks, his neck, back of his neck. Tore the frick up.
Oh my God.
And the next day was picture day. Not only tore this up, beat him with a scooter and his fists.
Oh my gosh.
So
can he get in any kind of trouble? Like,
no, they called the police. The police felt it was mutual combat. I'm sorry. This kid looked like a bear attack. And not only that, Chris hit him in the back with the scooter, beat him in his back with the scooter because the kid was walking away. So if the kid's walking away,
that is not a mutual
combat, right? And so I guess from what the boys were telling me is that they got in this altercation. Chris knocked the kid down and sat at him. And so the boy was like straight, right? And so the kid couldn't get to his arms. Chris is just sitting at him and just beating him.
Oh my
And so the group home says, oh my God, I'm just so agitated. The group home goes, wow, Chris is getting aggressive.
Oh my
No, this is how he is in our home. You guys are just now seeing it. The only thing different is the victim. I'm the one that usually gets scratched up and beat and punched and kicked. It's usually me. It's just the victim.
throwing things at you
Oh
and
my God. Oh yeah.
yeah.
So we'll get to yesterday. So I'm like, this isn't anything new. I'm just mortified that a child got tore up by my son. That's what I feel like. Oh my gosh. Like bad. So
And this
then
is Betsy's brother too,
Betsy's
right?
brother,
So
yeah,
it's
but
kinda like
different dads,
I
different
know, but
child.
it's just hard, you know?
Oh yeah.
Like, that's
So
your own freaking flesh and blood, you know? You're just like, "What?"
yeah, she's like, when she saw that boy come down the stairs and she saw his, you know, Betsy's poker face. She doesn't show
Yeah,
any emotion. For her
yeah.
to tear up, you knew it hit her hard. And she she was getting ready to jump. I just looked at her like that because she was about ready to beat the crap out of Chris. She was just like, oh, like she was so mad. I'm just like,
Gosh, he's just gonna he's only 10. It's just gonna
only
get
10,
worse.
right? And I'm like, you guys, this is why he's there with you guys. It's because he gets so violent. And you guys are just now seeing it. You're just now seeing it. And you guys think he's ready to come home. Well, remember they thought he should come home around Labor Day. And then he did something. Oh, because he threatened to choke me out in therapy. I'm gonna choke you out when I get home. I'm gonna choke you out.
Guess she ain't coming home, buddy.
So
Sorry.
then, yeah, insurance thought he shouldn't come home yet. So now he gets reevaluated on October 31st to see if he can come home. I'm just like, I'm sorry, but I'm gonna be dead. Like Michelle keeps telling them he can't come home. Like he's gonna kill Carrie. He is going to kill her or somebody else in the process of trying to get her. Like
Yeah.
it's bad. It's bad. So anyway, so last night we were in therapy and the therapist was talking to him like, how's the week gone with your consequences? Oh, in the therapy session, group gave him no consequences. I'm the one that gave him consequences. And then to come to find out the group home's not even carrying through with these consequences. So I came up with a new one that I added some more last night. But anywho, Chris got mad and he threw, it was like a bag of peanuts. He threw them at me in therapy. And the therapist is like, you can't throw things at your mom. Like you can't, like that's not,
You're like, "Welcome to my hell."
welcome to my world. Welcome to my world. Once
Mm.
again, my public service announcement is please do not do drugs and drink alcohol when you're pregnant with children. Please do not do that. The after effects in those children's lives is just horrendous.
Yeah,
And then the people who are trying to love them and trying to care for them and trying to protect them, you make their life a living hell. Like,
exactly.
please, please
Oh my god, I
don't
am so
do
sorry.
drugs and drink when you're pregnant. But anyway, but that was my
You always have oh my gosh, you always have so much. I don't know how
it's
you
just I
do it.
can't. I can't.
Well, at least you know, you have
45
at
more days?
at least, you know well, yeah, because they're gonna do it on October 31st, so he can't come home before that, right?
Yeah, we could take him home any day we want. We could say insurance went down. We think he's better. He can come home. So we're
Ugh,
gonna wait till October 31st.
yeah. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, I just worry about King.
But because King's been through this now, and he's also a result of some moronic bio mom doing bad things to herself.
So I'm like,
I
I
shouldn't
just
say that. Sorry. I don't
no.
even know who she is. I should not judge
Ooh,
people.
King's
Oh my
mom.
gosh, I can't believe I
Wait,
did that. I'm so
King's bio
sorry.
mom?
Huh?
Wait, what'd you say? Say that
I
again.
said something about a bad bio mom making bad decisions.
Well, King's mom did make bad decisions.
Oh, okay.
Like, remember she was the drug raid, and people didn't know she
Oh,
existed because they drug till they raided the house and they found this baby in the house. Yeah. And then after that, then she was a part of a identity theft ring, which they had paper. I didn't know that, right?
yeah.
Yeah. They had the paper, the printing presses, everything, making money and not just making the money, but like using it and renting hotels and cars. And oh, PSA, another PSA is if you're going to like make fake money and steal people's cars and make fake credit cards, don't rent cars because that's considered grand theft auto.
Oh, no kidding.
So not only did so she got back with grand theft, she got sent with the money laundering and the making of fake. Yeah, so she's in prison for a few more years. Yeah, King's mom has made several poor decisions. which did end her in prison. So,
Okay.
and Dad was coming out of prison as King was just after King was born. So like both of his parents, unfortunately, did not make good life choices other than making King. Yeah.
But I know, I just felt I should just I like I said that and I didn't even know any facts. I don't know what this person has been through. I don't know what led them to drugs. I don't want led them to their
Yeah.
lives. I should have never said that. So, public service announcement, know your shit. Don't judge.
Oh my God.
Because I want to make a t-shirt that says instead of worrying about my life, and I want to say instead of worrying about my body, here are some things you can think about. Just be nice, don't judge. And there was one other thing, I had three things, like things you can do instead of thinking about my medical procedures in
No,
my
there you
brain.
go. Right.
Find cures for other things or find cures for diseases that we're still looking for find cure. You know what I mean? I'm just like, here are things that you can do that are productive instead of worrying about my reproductive
Don't worry
system.
about me. Worry about yourself. Worry about
I know. And so I'm sitting there like, oh my gosh, the biggest thing is not to judge. Like how so that's the other PSA, guys.
Oh my God, you're
Don't
so
do
funny.
drugs when you have
Princess
babies.
Joe, you ought to know. That is too funny. I just read
You
that
like
whole freaking thing. Oh my God, Joe. Oh my God, you are so funny.
I'm trying to do like different things.
Oh my God, you are so funny.
That'll be the thing. Like every time you come on, it'll be like, okay, how long? I'm gonna time it. Like, how long until she notices my name? It'll be like a recurring theme.
It's too funny.
You ought to know. And then I start voguing. Wait, I have to go this way.
Yes, you should. Isn't
Okay.
there a song though? Check yourself.
You better check
Check
yourself.
yourself. Right? Does he do that? Like it's that scratchy voice? Is that what he says?
Who?
I don't know that song. Check yourself. I don't know. You guys, I just know like little words and songs. I don't know whole songs.
It's just funny when you say it that way because I'm like, Metallica? No, I'm kidding. I'm like, because you said,
I don't know. I don't know.
I'm sitting there thinking of like, like NWA, or I'm thinking of like Ice Cube, which is my spirit celebrity.
Oh my God. Ice
They
Cube,
talk about
50
spirit
Cent.
animals. I don't have one of those, and I don't think that people should, use that spirit animal thing. But a spirit celebrity, I'm like, oh yeah, inner celebrity, Ice Cube, totes. I don't know if I'm allowed to do that, but we'll find out. We'll see if Princess Joe, you ought to know, it gets canceled. I mean it in the best way. He's freaking amazing, and I want that personality.
You're so funny. You are so funny.
I love Ice Cube. I've loved him for years. Anyways, okay, so I'm gonna peace out and go.
Oh my gosh, I know it's time to go to work. Oh my God,
Yeah,
King's
our
back to his
fun job.
Yeah.
We gotta go make.
You have a good day. I'm going to have you come up with some business names.
Oh yeah, I love that. That's my favorite thing, actually.
I know you've come up with some great business names for me. And yeah, so I think we're going to start small, something small, very, very small, like extremely small. Yeah. I think if it doesn't work, you can always sell tables and chairs.
Oh yeah, easily.
Right?
Yeah,
so,
yeah.
No, all right, but I have to get at work. I got to wake King up and go to doctors and be at work also in 4 minutes. So
that'll get done. Okay.
All right. See you later.